This kid's fire.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, brother, what's that? What's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
I send that to Simeone, man. Yeah, fucking washed manager. Yes, people, man. What's going on? Smash the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. We're going to talk Champions League. City getting a 2-0 win. Arsenal getting a 4-0 win. And Newcastle getting a 3-0 win. So the English team's cooking last night, man. Jose Mourinho is fucking washed as a manager nowadays, I think, can he? But yeah, big up Popsy, man. Listen, we were just speaking off our chat. I can't lie, Popsy's gassed, man. Tell us, Pops, man, what's going on?
Well, I was gassed last night, bruv. Second half performance was elite, bruv. Everything clicked. We looked good going forward. Defensively, an absolute machine. And yeah, I'm not saying we're going to go and win the lot, but my God, that performance is all you can analyse, and that was very impressive. What a second half performance from everybody on the pitch, man. And I can name so many, LB, I've got to be honest with you. Jose Mourinho and Diego Simeone were managers I would have 100% taken a few years ago. Maybe they're both washed now, bruv. Maybe we've moved on from them because both performances were dusty from them. But I'll say this, they ain't no bad sides, Benfica and Atletico Madrid. So it ain't like Newcastle and Arsenal played Preston and Rotherham. Do you know what I mean? These are top sides that have elite managers, that have experienced coaches that know how to set up their teams. And both Arsenal and Newcastle battered them last night, man. And Arsenal in particular, I thought we looked ridiculously good, mate. In terms of, you know, how we been playing like set piece FC, we didn't see that last night. We saw a couple of goals from set pieces, a couple of goals from open play, a couple of players that had some pressure on them that have now brushed off the cobwebs, let's hope, and have actually put in a performance that can give us some consistency. I think now you've got to look at Martinelli and say, whoa, what a performance that was from him. I don't know where it come from. I wanted him to start because I don't really think Trossard's been pulling up any trees. But when you do get the nod in this side, you've got to have the pressure on you. You've got pressure to deliver because otherwise there's someone else going to take your place. And for the first time, bruv, Arsenal have now got that in their squad. I don't know, a couple of years ago, it was like Saka, oh, now we've got to play Nelson. Or we'd have to bring on Fabio Vieira or Eddie Nketiah. There's no pressure when you've got players like that behind you. Do you know what I mean? So if you have a bad game, you're going to play next week because they ain't going to play one of those lads. Now, when you look at who we've got, you think, well, okay, like there's some serious pressure on here. Erdegaard's out, cool. Eza comes in. You've got youngsters on the bench like Max Dowman and Ethan Wanieri that are pushing, that are trying to prove himself. Noni Madueke, albeit he's injured, he's there now for Saka cover. Martinelli and Trossard are fighting for that place with Eze, who can play out left as well. Up top, when Havertz and Jesus comes back, Gyökeres might have a little more pressure on him, but Mourinho has been playing there back of last season and doing a job there. In midfield, you've got the likes of players I've just said on top of Rice and Zubamendi. Norgard come on again last night. Lewis Skelly put in an unbelievable performance ahead of Calafiori, who's been excellent for us. Ben White come on for Timber, who's just an absolute machine. And then you've got centre-back cover now, which is something we haven't had for a long time. Gabriel and Saliba had to play pretty much every single game. So I look at us across the side now and I think, yeah, we have got the best squad right now. We have. It doesn't mean we're going to win it all, but we should have enough now to go and win trophies because that defense is elite, bruv. Yeah. There's no defense like it in Europe. You know, people overgas us sometimes, but you can't overgas what we're doing defensively. Bruv, it's ridiculous. Like, no one scores against us. It's just absolutely mad. To concede 3 goals, and we've played, what is that, 12 games we've played now? We've conceded
12.
3. What only open play goal we've conceded?
Yeah, that's fucked, man.
Haaland, that's it. The only player who scored from us from open play.
Is that all competitions?
Yeah, all competitions. The only 3 goals that have gone in is Volta made a set piece header, Szoboszlai's free kick from 60 yards, and Haaland from open play. They're the only 3 goals we've conceded the whole season so far, and we're nearly at Halloween. That is insane. We're on record in the Premier League anyway to concede, I think it's 16 goals, and Chelsea conceded 15 and got that record under Mourinho, didn't they? So the defence is set. It's now about what we do in the attacking third, and we saw last night that we can score goals from open play and that Gyökeres and Martinelli can find the net. So for me, it was an unbelievable performance, and I've got to mention Gabriel, man, because I don't know how you guys think about it when you watch him in the chat or yourself, bruv, because anytime there's a corner, I'm watching him, mate. I'm watching him, and he is delivering, man. I don't know how he does it, because you'd think, like, surely the managers are sitting there, yeah, going, just watch him. Don't worry about anyone else. Just watch him. And he still gets there. There's like 3 players on him, bruv, every time. And he's still leaping ahead of them. And he's getting there. If he's not scoring, he's flicking it on and we're putting it in. Like, the guy is an absolute monster. I think for the last 18 months, I think he's been up there one of the best in the world defensively, bruv. I've got to be honest with you. He might not be the best, but he's got to be put in the conversation now, Gabriel. I really do believe that.
The thing is, yeah, teams are fucking stupid, bro, right? Yeah, because, like, Gabriel's been doing this for ages, yeah? This is Gabriel here, right? Obviously, I can't play it, but that's Gabriel there, yeah? Like, not even being, like, properly marked, bro. And it's just like, this is like, if I was an opposition manager, Potts here, I'd be like, yo, somebody make sure you're on Gabriel, yeah? Because if he gets a header, it's a goal.
Yeah.
And, like, the way, like, obviously can't play the clicks, get copyrighted, but, like, the way the guy walks in, it's just like, why do teams do that? Just let him, like, fucking, it's just insane. I remember you played us chat, was it last year? I think it was last year, yeah, you played us at the Etihad, yeah? And Doku marked Gabriel on a corner. And he should have scored. He put the ball wide. And I was on the watch line. I was going fucking sick. I was going mental. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why is Doku marking Gabriel on a set piece? And then the next corner, they changed. And Walker marked Gabriel. But I was like, honestly, I don't actually, you just said it then, surely opposition teams work on it. I genuinely don't know if they do these days. I don't think they do, but I think they focus more on, like, the way the team is
marking, like zonal marking.
Yeah, like a zonal or in the line or whatever. I don't think, like, they coach that shit anymore. Whereas if I was a manager, yeah, it's like Casemiro at United. Casemiro does it all the time at United. How many headers does he score for United? And every time he scores a header, he's just open. But nah, it's crazy, man. Gabriel in a penalty area. I mean, I've said now for about, I'm not sure, probably about 18 months, 2 years. I actually think Gabriel's better than Saliba, bro. I'm a dead decision. I mean, fucking, they're both good, obviously, but I actually just think Gabriel's just better than Saliba. I think as an all-round player, obviously Saliba's like, you know, maybe the more modern player or whatever, but Gabriel's still not terrible on the ball anyway. But I don't know, man. I just think Gabriel's
Saliba's more aesthetically pleasing, isn't it? That's why.
Yeah, he is. Like, yeah, but as a player, like, I think Gabriel's
as a defender. Yeah.
But you know what it is, you know, going back to what you're saying then, bro. Yeah, now we've been speaking about this in my chat about City. Like, you've got competition for places. And that's what it's about. You know what I mean? And I've been, you know, me in the chat was literally speaking about this last night. And we spoke about it for weeks and weeks. It's about competition for places. Like, you've got to be in a position as a squad where if someone's not performing, you're benched, mate. Yeah, I always go back to City's treble year in the Champions League final. Foden benched, Mahrez benched, Alvarez benched, Laporte benched, Walker benched, Cole Palmer benched. All these players were on a fucking bench, Potts, in the Champions League final. Yeah? Competition. You don't perform, you're getting benched. Mahrez wasn't doing anything wrong at the time. Yeah, he was playing all right. But Bernardo Silva was playing out of his skin, and Mahrez was on the bench. He scored a hat-trick.
I remember Mahrez in an FA Cup game. Mahrez got a hat-trick and he got dropped.
Yeah, semi-final. He scored a hat-trick and got dropped, bro. It's just like you're getting yourself into a position now where, like, you have got competition for places, and you got quality as well. Like, what I'm saying, with Eze bringing him in, you've got Zubimendi, who I wanted at City. Obviously we just speak about the defense. The defense has been top tier for a while, but like
Timber,
there's so
bro.
much
Timber.
depth there as well. Timber's fucking mint, bro. Honestly, bar Saka, if I could take one player out of your team, it probably would be Timber, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, mate, he's so good, bro. It's ridiculous. And he's come back from an ACL. I don't know how good he would have been if he didn't get one of them, because he's a machine, bro.
How long ago did he get the ACL?
He's only had last season with us. They had the season before
Really?
that. Yeah. So, and he's just mustard, mate. And he's only 24, I think. He's just such a good player. And I've got a lot of time for players that show consistency. And, people say, oh, Ben White's better going forward. But I don't care, because Timber is better defensively as a footballer and technically. And I like Ben White. Got a lot of time for what Ben White's done over the last few years. But you look at what Timber's doing here. It is scary, scary good. The consistency levels are unreal, man. And that back four, I said it last night on my show, right? I don't think we've had a back four, like as a department, like a defensive department. I don't think we've had one as good since George Graham Highbury, not even Arsene Wenger Highbury, because the Invincibles back four was good, yeah? Ashley Cole, Campbell, Toure, and Lauren. But as a back four, I think this is actually better than that. Like, individually, they might be better. I mean, we haven't got an Ashley Cole or a Sol Campbell at our club, right? But I think individually, you might have a look. But, mate, as a unit, it is absolutely unreal. I've not seen anything like it for a long time. And it is like the George Graham of Arsenal. Arsene Wenger was very much go forward, wasn't he? Attractive football player every single time. George Graham, mate. I mean, I grew up on that. I don't know if you remember it, LB, because luckily you're a little bit younger than me. But I grew up on it, mate. And it was 1-0 to the Arsenal, 1-0 to the Arsenal, boring Arsenal. And we used to win like that. And I think that's the kind of mentality that he's installed in it. I've always said I don't mind that. It doesn't bother me. But you've got to win 1-0. You can't play like that and draw 0-0.
Yeah.
That's
the problem with that. That's why I think, that managers that play that negative brand of football, they get sacked quite quick, because it's all good when you're winning. Yeah, fans don't really like it. Fans will come out the ground and be like, "Yeah, we won, bit boring in it, but we won 1-0, and they'll go with it. You'll get buy-in. But as soon as the results stop, boom, you're gone. Because the fans are like, we're playing fucking shit football. We're not even winning games.
And we're losing.
Whereas at least if you're playing like proper mint football and it's like entertaining to watch and you're scoring a load of goals and you're losing, like you at least be like, yo, we're playing good football. But the thing is, though, I don't think Arsenal are playing like a negative brand of football. Obviously, it is a bit more conservative, but then you're just going to smash 4 past Atletico. So, it's obviously not
the most in the league. Scored the most in the league.
Man. I don't know, man. I think sometimes, you can't confuse good defending with, proper shit football. But, I mean, I'm looking at this here. This is obviously the Champions League table so far. Arsenal looking very healthy. I'm saying 17 points is what they should be targeting.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Is that enough? What is enough to get 8?
Well, last year it was 16 points, but obviously 16 points would be goal difference. So if you just target a point over that 17, right, that should be doable. I think that's what everyone should be targeting, 17. So obviously, yeah, you're chilling now, really. Let's be honest with you. Like, you know what I mean? 9 points after 3 games. Yeah, you're pretty much there.
City on 7. I think all the English teams will do it. I don't think they will. I think there's going to be a few English teams that might. I think me and you, us and City will be all right. I don't know about Newcastle and Liverpool and Spurs.
Well, Newcastle are on 6 points out of 3 games already. They obviously they destroyed Mourinho's Benfica. So who they got coming up in the?
They got some tough ones off, didn't they?
Marseille. I watched Marseille, against Real Madrid, and they were pretty good, to be honest with you. So
they're top of the league, aren't they? I think they're top of the league.
Are they? Yeah. They're a good side, man. So don't sleep on them. But
it's Zerbi, innit?
Leverkusen away.
They got spanked last night. Did you see? They got absolutely hammered.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I had it on. No, I didn't have it on. That's a lie. PSV, they're at home. You know, you'd like to think.
Yeah, but they've just beaten Napoli by 6.
Yeah, 7. I know. I see it. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Proper wild.
Conte PSV, as well.
PSG, tough. Is that the last game? I think there's enough games in there where Newcastle fans can be like, "Yo, we could do this. We could get into the maybe not the top 8. Although I think they could potentially do it with the fixtures.
I hope they do.
But they can definitely get
Athletic
in
Club. They had Athletic Club as well. I didn't see that. They had Athletic Bilbao as well.
They? Yeah,
at home.
Yeah.
I think Newcastle. Newcastle got a chance against anyone at home. Like that
Yeah.
stadium is mad, bro. Like going there is horrible, isn't it? You know what it's like. It's
Yeah,
horrible,
that's why I
innit?
don't. That's why, like, if I was a Newcastle fan, I'd be so against getting a new stadium, man. Like, I feel like they
Facts.
shouldn't move personally, but that's just my opinion. I'm not a Newcastle fan, but yeah, man, it's looking. Yeah, you're looking pretty chill. And I think your next game is Bayern, innit? But you know what that's done now? That result there, like, you take a point against Bayern, even if you lose, it ain't the end of the world. Obviously, Bayern are in some fucking sick form right now.
Yeah,
So
they're unreal, mate. Yeah.
they've won every single game of the season, I think.
I just
Which
don't want
is,
that dickhead to score against us again because I can't stand him, man.
oh yeah,
Harry Kane. He just always scores
Yeah,
against us,
you hate
man.
him, don't
Every
you?
time we've played him, pretty much, he scores. He's got this, like, he has to score against Arsenal, man. But they're so good right now. But ain't even Kane that Elise, mate, is mega. Bro, he's
Elise.
so good, bro.
I'm dying for City to make a bid for him in the summer, man.
Oh,
Serious.
mate, he's so good. Bro.
Bro, if City put that 130 down on the table for Elise, I wouldn't flinch, bro.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
I remember Dean saying how good he was, and I was like, yeah, I think he looks pretty good, but you don't see it at Palace, do you? Like, I could see quality, but then he goes to the next level, and you're like, this will be interesting. Man, he's absolutely
the
smashed
signs were there, though, bro. The signs
Mm.
were there. Like, look at this, yeah. If you go to his stats, right? Yeah, and I know people always like science, but that's not about GA, right? But if you look at his, if you
It
look
kind
at
of
his
is, though. I don't
numbers-
really get that argument because, like, what else do you do? Like, you got to go off something.
It is the aim of the game, right? But like,
Yeah,
if you look at this, yeah. So let me pull this up on the screen if I at least say, right, the signs were there, bro. Right, so Premier League first season in the Premier League, yeah, he played 1,000 minutes, 1,000 minutes, which is not a lot at all. He
Nothing,
got 5
yeah.
assists, 2 goals, right? Next season, yeah, 2,700 minutes, 2 goals, 11 assists. That's pretty fucking good for Palace.
Yeah, that's unreal. Yeah.
Then the next season arrives, yeah, the goals come. Yeah, obviously assist takes a little dip, but again, look at look at this.
Yeah, he's
This
hardly
is the
playing because he
king.
got injured that year, didn't he?
Yeah, he's not fucking playing, bro. Yeah, and that's a lie. I did fucking rate him. It was Martin that didn't rate him. I rated him. Said he was good.
Yeah, I always liked him. Yeah, I always liked him.
But then he obviously got the move, and then he's just absolutely slamming
Look
it.
at
bro.
that. Fucking hell, 30 GA and 34.
Yeah, he's
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
sick, bro. And he's only young. I think he's 23. He's 23 years old, 24 in December. So
Yeah.
he's absolutely phenomenal, man. But yeah, that'll be. But the thing is, like I say, it's the Arsenal Bayern games. You've took the pressure off yourselves a little bit now because, like, even if you do lose, you know what I mean. It's chill. You're on 9 points with 4 games to go. You're chilling, and you get a point. And who knows? You know the way you're playing. Is it at your gaff?
Yeah, so ours.
Well, the way you're playing, you never know, man. You might even beat them. So, yeah, man. Like, obviously, things are going well for you.
They're probably 2 of the better teams in Europe right now. Arsenal and Bayern Munich.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure, man. For sure, man. But yeah, what would stop you reckon, from winning a Champions League? Like, because obviously everything's going well. Like, you're obviously mad buzzing right now. You're pretty confident in watching your team. But like, what are the weak things in your side, bro? Like,
the manager? He's the only, honestly, he's the only question mark I've got, bro. Can he get us across the line? Look, I don't want to start slating him after what he's just done last night, right? I think it's unfair. But when the pressure is on, because the pressure weren't really on last night, was it? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a big game, but you don't look at it and go, oh, Arsenal lose this one, that's it. There's no, do you know what I mean? If we lose it, it's like, right, well, we go to Bayern, now we might have to win that one. Do you know what I mean? So, like, the pressure is off and Arsenal are looking very good. You know, when we went for the title, we were 8 points clear. There was no pressure on us then, was there? Do you remember? And then when we got to you guys, then we had that pressure on Villa and we bottled it. Arteta sometimes struggles under the pressure and crumbles under the pressure. And we haven't seen him yet, whether you love him or hate him. We haven't seen him be able to say, nah, I can outdo that. You can throw games at me and say we won in the FA Cup final if you want. We beat Real Madrid when there was pressure. But I feel like when it's mattered, not just in the Champions League, but in the Premier League and the domestic cups, we haven't been able to show people that we are the best team to go and win it. So that's my first question mark, is can the manager do it this year? And I think that's justifiable. A lot of people give me stick for that, but I don't think he's proven that he can yet, right? So I need to say, well, go and prove that you can then, and then just shut everyone up that doubts you. The other position that we cannot lose is Declan Rice, because we do not have another player that does what he does, bro. Like, Zubamendi's quality, but he doesn't cover every blade of grass like Declan Rice does. Mourinho's a good player, but I'm not really sure he's anywhere near the level of Declan Rice in that position. Obviously, we've got Eze, we've got Ethan, we've got Erdegaard, who are a lot more attack-minded than Declan Rice. he's the most important player really to keep fit. And I know that he is fit and all that, touch wood, he doesn't get injured. But if we were to lose him, I don't really feel like we've got another Declan Rice. And if I'm honest, I don't know that there is another one out there in terms of what he does, right? So that's massively key. But if I'm honest with you, LB, I don't want to hear about any other injuries that we get because we've got players we've brought in to go and cover it now. If Saka goes down, we've got Madueke. Saliba goes down, we've got Mosquera. We've got Nkapie, who hasn't even kicked a ball for us yet, who's apparently quality. Calafiori and Lewis Skelly are there. Ben White and Timber. We've obviously, up top, got Havertz and Jesus both to come back. There's rumours that we're going to go in for Semenyo in January or the summer to try and boost to the left wing position. That's something I absolutely want to see happening. So every position now, we're pretty much covered. So I don't think there's any excuses about injuries this season. I definitely don't use VAR and referees as excuses because if you're looking at that, you ain't played well enough to win the game. So there really is one man, bro. And I could ask you guys the same question. Excuse me. Why can't Arsenal win the Champions League? Is it because we're shit and not good enough? Or is it because of the mentality?
It's funny because even though everyone says I hate Arsenal, which I don't, I was on Terry's channel on Tuesday and I said, I think they can win the Premier League. Obviously, they can win the Premier League. Will they? I don't know. But I think the Champions League is actually... I think the way you play and the way your team's set up, I think you're better. I think you're a cup team, mate. That doesn't mean you can't win the Premier League. I think you can win the Premier League. Your squad's definitely good enough. But the defence is so good that I think you're better suited to cups, which is why I'm quite surprised that you've not won any cups. FA Cups, Carabao Cups over the last few years.
I don't think he took him seriously, bro. I don't think he took him seriously.
I don't think he has as well, which I've been critical of Arteta for that as well, because I think that would have helped build confidence and a winning mentality, and that does help you in the majors. But I look at the Champions League this year, right? And I look at Madrid, yeah, and I've watched Madrid a couple of times. I've not watched them for a few weeks, to be fair, so I don't know if they've improved. But the games that I watched them earlier on, they didn't look great. Barca are obviously a good team, but I don't know. I still think they're. I don't think they're like some amazing side. Yeah, they got Yamal and that, but I don't think they're amazing. I think they're just a pretty decent team. Bayern are obviously flying, but that league. How much can you really? It's fucking Bundesliga. You know what I'm saying? You kind of expect them to do well. Granted, they are actually killing it, and Harry Kane and Elise are world class. But I just look at Arsenal and think, you know what? There's a real opportunity this year for Arsenal to go and win that Champions League. Obviously, you've never won it, so you need to get that duck off your back like City before we'd won it. But I look at it this year and I think, if you don't win anything this year with that team, because I rate the team, I think the team's good. I'm like, that's just fucked. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see how you can't win anything because, like.
But why would you think that would be? Do you think it would be the manager's mentality?
Well, we're clutching at straws, yeah, because I think your team's pretty good. So, like, people need to understand, like, when I'm giving like a negative on Arsenal, we're kind of clutching at straws. So something that I've been saying is like, I look at your front line, yeah, and say, is there enough firepower in there outside of Saka? Yeah, but then Martinelli scores a great goal. Gyökeres gets 2. I know, obviously, it is what it is. 2 yards out, but he still got the 2 goals. So I think the only conclusion you can really come to is, like you said, it would be down to the manager. And I know people don't like speaking
mentality, bro. Mentality. That's what.
Yeah, I know, but that comes from the manager for me.
Yeah, it does.
It does. It comes from the manager. So, yeah, I think you're probably right, man. If you don't win anything this year, the squad's complete. Like, there's literally no reason for them not to win anything. So we'll see what happens, man. But Arsenal's certainly looking good. Smash these likes up if you've not done so already, man. Listen, I want to quickly speak on Newcastle before we come to Manchester City. They got a 3-0 win yesterday against Benfica, bro. Mourinho, yeah, not obviously looking good.
Yeah, I saw the highlights, man.
Yeah, I watched the highlights this morning as well. Yeah, man, like, what's the expectation for Newcastle, bro? Because obviously their summer was a bit of a shambles in terms of like the Isak saga. There was a little bit of Livramento talk as well earlier in the window. That kind of did get squashed sort of halfway through or whatever. But like, I just think for Newcastle, like, now they've got that trophy, obviously won the trophy last year. I think they need to now start building as like a regular Champions League side, man. So for me, I think they need to be focusing on like getting back in the Champions League spot. Obviously, they've not had a great start to the season. If you look at them in the league, obviously they got beat at the weekend, I think, off Brighton. But I don't know, man. Like, what do you think with Newcastle? Like, what should their targets be for this season, you reckon?
I think their target should always be a trophy, because just because you win one don't mean you shouldn't need to win one again for another 50 years. But I do think they need Champions League football. they had another season like they did last season, they'd take a trophy in Champions League. I think sometimes what we do as well is I think we underappreciate what Eddie Howe's done there as well. So I think he's been mint. I think he's been absolutely
I
quality.
think he gets glazed, me.
Nah, I think he's been quality, man.
No, he
I
has,
think
but like I think everyone like sort of like accepts that. Do you not think so?
I think some people are in that boat, and I think there's a section that are like, when are Newcastle going to go and get an elite manager? And I don't know if Newcastle are there yet. I think Eddie Howe's done a good job. I expected Newcastle to get Champions League. I expect him to win a trophy by now. I expected them to bring in some quality players, and I expected them to have some struggles to keep them if they didn't deliver. And that's exactly what has happened at Newcastle, and Eddie Howe's been at the realm for that. So they've won a trophy, tick. They've got a good side, tick. They've got themselves in Champions League football, tick. I don't really think he's doing a bad job at all, personally. So I think sometimes people look at it too quickly to go, I'll go and bring in a Simeone or a Mourinho or a Conte. All three of them lost last night in the Champions League, and Eddie Howe won. So I look at what Newcastle have got, and I think there's only one thing that can stop them this season. It's injuries. If Newcastle get injuries, I don't think they've got the squad, if I'm honest with you. You know, I'm a big fan of some of their squad players, but let's just have it right. If you're looking at their 11 LB, yeah, I think Pope's been one of their best players this season. I think he's been unbelievable, yeah. You've got a really good centre-half pairing. That Chow looks really good. I like him a lot, that centre-half they bought. I think I've said his name.
Oh, yeah. The guy from Milan.
Milan. He looks quality, mate.
Yeah,
Chow,
he does. I remember
Chow.
when I think he played against you boys. And I was doing a watch-along for the Newcastle Arsenal game. And I was like, yo, chat, who's this geezer, mate? And the chat was like, yo, he's from Milan. He's decent. I was like, yeah, he's looking good, man. Like, yeah, he's a good. How much did they pay for him?
Not much either. I don't think it was mad
30
money.
mil, bro. That's pretty cheap these days, isn't it?
Good defender, him. Alongside Botman, who I really rate. I know he's had
he's a steady player, isn't he?
He's a good player. And their fullbacks are quality when they're fit, mate. Livramento and Lewis Hall, quality. And then obviously they've got a midfield trio that you and I have been glazing for the last 2 years. With Tonali, Bruno, and obviously, what's his name up front?
I know.
And then they've got Gordon and Barnes who both know where the net is. And then they bought this Walter Maida everyone laughed at. But he's actually been...
Bro, I'm not going to lie, yeah. When I watched him in the fucking... when did I watch him, man? It was in the summer, yeah. I watched him in for like... I think I watched Germany under 21s or something. Yeah, I can't remember the game I watched, yeah. But I didn't watch along for it, right? And he was playing. And bro, I was like, this was before he was even linked with Newcastle, yeah. I was like, bro, this guy can't fucking kick a ball, man. Like, I'm being deadly serious. Like, he had such a terrible game. Like, he was falling over the ball. Like, it was mad. And I was like, and then when Newcastle signed him for 75 mil, I was like, what? I was like, this guy's fucking dog shit. And then, since he's got a Newcastle, he's just like,
he's been good.
Maybe he's had a bad day at the office, bro. But I'm telling you now, the game that I watched him, bro, he did not play well, man. So I don't know where
I haven't watched enough of him in the Bundesliga, but when I see him come over, I was told by Deji and other people that he's just basically like a shit Peter Crouch, and I was like, okay, well let's actually look at what he's about, and I've been quite impressed with him, man. I can't lie, but and then you got Vista to come
already this season, bro.
That's what I mean. Like, if
4 goals in the Premier League, he's only not scored against Bournemouth in the Prem. He's scored in every game he's played,
bruv. If Isak's doing that, everyone's going mad about it. Yeah, so I'm not saying he's Isak level.
Who scores more goals this season, Isak or Walt?
I fucking hope it's him. I hope it's Voltemade or whatever they call him.
Voltemade,
yeah, hilarious. But look, I don't rate. I've got to be honest. The only signing they've made that I ain't really been much about. I don't know if you agree or disagree with this. Is Elanga. I don't really get it, man.
I think that's a mid signing, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of money as well.
It's you know, because like Newcastle, yeah, they're obviously trying to get up to the promised land, yeah, like winning the Prem and that. Like for me, when you're making signings, unless you're buying a player as a pure squad rotation player, like you need to be making sure that you're getting better than what you've currently got. And I'm not 100% sure. Listen, I haven't watched every Newcastle game yet, but is Elanga even better than Jacob Murphy, mate? Because I'm being serious here. Last year, Jacob Murphy was unreal, mate.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, every time I was watching him, like he shouldn't be that good, like the way he plays football and that. But like the guy's just mega, and I was like, is he even better than him? So I think that was a bit of a mess signing, but like
I think they needed to sign a right winger. But I would not.
Yeah, they did.
Him. I hoped that they would get Kudus or Mbeumo. But obviously they chose Spurs or United, and I think they were looking at those first. So I understand why they've had to go down the pecking order. But Newcastle, it's only injuries that will stop them, man. But you said what would they if they won a trophy, brilliant. If they didn't win a trophy, then they got Champions League, fair play. But in terms of where they should get in the competitions, I think they should be aiming for a quarterfinal of the Champions League, like Villa did, like last season.
Yeah,
like Villa did it. You know what I mean?
I agree, man. I agree. I think for me, yeah. Like, obviously, winning trophies is the most important thing, but I think at the same time, Newcastle are trying to become a club that is a Champions League regular. You know what I mean? So I think qualifying for the Champions, I think, and I've said this when they won it, I think winning the trophy for them last year was the best thing they could have done because it's took the pressure off them now. There's always pressure to win trophies and that. Yeah, I'm not saying like they shouldn't be targeting trophies, but like, you know, if they can finish in the top 4 again and they don't win a trophy, yeah, they'll be like, yo, we can obviously that'll allow the Saudis to invest in that, and you know, it become a bit of a more regular feeling. And you don't want to become a club like Arsenal were, like where they were just like, you know, back in the day where it was just like top four's a trophy, and that is not what I'm saying by any stretch of the imagination. But if they can become a stable Champions League team, that brings the sponsors, it brings the money in, and that means you can actually go and spend it. Now, not all clubs do that. Some clubs get the Champions League money and just bank it, yeah. In which case, that's not the player. But I don't know, man. I feel like Newcastle, yeah, like they'll do all right, man. I think obviously, you know, that was just awful. What happened in the summer, man, was just obviously it just killed.
Yeah, man.
Any like I don't know what it was like. Obviously, I'm not a Newcastle fan, but I imagine Newcastle fans, man, coming into the season were just like a bit like fuck's sake, you know what I mean? With the whole thing that was going on with the Isak saga. But that's over now. This Voltmade guy's cooking. You know, obviously Vissa, I think that was a great signing as well. So let's see what they do, man. But yeah, they're cooking, and you know, 3-0 win against Jose Mourinho's side. You know, he might be wash manager, but fair fucks to you, man. You're doing well, and 6 points out of the first 3 games. I think most Newcastle.
Yeah, you take that, man. As a Newcastle fan, you take that all day long, bro.
All day long. All right, and let's come back to City, bro. So City, where are we in this Champions League table now? So City are now 5th in the Champions League table, 7 points. So I'm saying we need another 10. Based on my
Who did you draw to then?
We drew against Monaco, innit?
Oh yeah, last minute.
Which was a fucking L, man. You know what I mean? Because we would have been on 9 points, so we would be in the same boat as you. We'd be chilling. We'd be like, yeah, we're fucking chilling. We basically qualified. You know, 9
was
points.
That at their place? Was that at their place? So yeah.
Yeah, it was away. Yeah,
it was like last minute. Was it last minute or something?
I think it was like. I don't think it was last minute. I think it was like 87th minute or something.
Right. Yeah.
It was pretty late on, but it wasn't like last minute type thing. But
yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, bro, I can't lie. Obviously, you didn't watch the game. You was at the Arsenal game, but bro, first 45 minutes, man, they had me moved. They had me moved, man. I think we're starting to click into gear, bro. I'll be real with you, man. Like, yeah, man, I'm being serious. The way that we were playing football yesterday, that first half, I was like, oh, this is pretty good, man. We were zipping the ball around. Savio played well. Like, and you know what as well? Rico Lewis, shout out Rico Lewis in that midfield. Very, very good performance. Haaland again. Yeah, with another goal. That's fucking unbelievable. He's now equaled. You know, he's equaled Cristiano Ronaldo's record, most consecutive goals in every game. And he's one more to break the record. So, yeah, no, it's looking good. Like, still a couple of frustrations. Our wingers are still not the best. Like, Savio had a good game yesterday. He was man of the match. But, like, you know what I mean? It's still like, you know, comparing him to, like, the elite level wingers in world football right now, it's still miles off there. But defence looking very steady. Don't even remember them having many shots yesterday. And that's something that a lot of people are saying about our defence. Obviously, again, it's nowhere near your defence, yeah. But, like, people are hearing a gal talk about City's defence like it's dog shit. Like, our defence is not the same as it was last year, man. It's miles better than it was. We've got Donnarumma. Diaz is back. I won't say back to his best, yeah, but Diaz is playing well. Yeah, it's just looking decent, man. Nunes, again, fantastic performance, mate. Nico Gonzalez as well. Like, he's really coming into his own. He's starting to really learn that position. And in fact, against Monaco, he was better than Rodri. So, I can't lie, man. Like, I feel like 9 games unbeaten for City now, you know. Did you know that?
Yeah, but I'm not massively surprised. I know some people are. But I think we go off like Man City as some absolute... They've had to start again because they're crap, you know, and they've got nothing left. They're just trying to hold on to something like... City's spine is still one of the best in the league. Like, when you look at what they've got. And you said, Egal goes on about defensively. I thought City were defensively vulnerable until you bought Donnarumma. You bought Donnarumma, and all of a sudden your defence looks fine. Funny that. I told you lot, this James Trafford was not good enough, by the way. That was a mad signing. I couldn't believe you.
I remember you said you was not happy with what.
I see him in 2 games, and I thought City ain't winning the league with him. It was a clown, wasn't he? And I thought, what they put him in goal for? And then he went and got a proper goalkeeper, and now all of a sudden City look better defensively. So I think Vardy and Diaz, their quality individually, and I know Diaz has dropped off of late, and he's not nowhere near the best in the world anymore, but he's still not a bad player. I think one of your better players this season has been your I don't even know if he is a left back, by the way, but that O'Reilly. Is it Riley?
Yeah, you know what's funny, bro? He's like,
he's a good player.
he's a midfielder by trade, yeah. And obviously we needed to play him left back last year, and he was fucking mint. And to be honest with you, like, it's no understatement to say he changed the way our season was going last year, because he provided us with a real outlet on that left-hand side. And anyway, so midfielder by trade, and about a week ago or whatever, he come out and said, "Oh yeah, when I was a kid playing football on the fields and that, I was left back." So I was all like, "All right, fucking hell!" Like, I didn't know
Have a
that.
go
But
here.
it's quite
He's
funny
been good.
actually, because when he's played left back, he's been really, really good. But the thing is with him as well, he's also defensively solid. So like back in the day when we used to move Zinchenko there, Zinchenko was good as a left back on the ball and moving into midfield and all that. It was great, but defensively, it was not great. But Nico O'Reilly is actually defensively pretty solid. And I tell you what, Potts, yeah, I don't know if I've said this on your show, but the biggest compliment I can give the guy is £30 million Ignore, bro. You're holding bench for the time being, mate. Because
Yeah,
Nico O'Reilly's fucking cooking right now. So
and that's good
yeah,
though, right? Because that's what we've done with Calafiori and Lewis Skelly. We're in a position where neither of them really play there, and I don't know that Eight Nouri does play there. To be fair, he's more of a wing back, I would say. He's definitely better going forward. But that O'Reilly's been very, very good. And in midfield, like you got Rodri and Foden when they're fit. They're still two of the best in the league at what they do. I mean, when Foden's cooking, he's brilliant, isn't he? Yeah, I know he hasn't been as much, but he's getting a bit better. I still rate Reinders. I did glaze him. Maybe I went a bit too far because he hasn't been outstanding, but I think he's a good player. I thought he was brilliant against Wolves, and I thought, here we go. I told you guys this was a quality signing, and I think he's been a bit quiet from what I understand after that. But when you've got Haaland, bruv, this guy is ridiculous, bro. Like, it's mad. It's absolutely mad what he's doing. Like you sent saying in the group chat last night, he's 2 goals off of Ruud van Nistelrooy, and he did that in 11 years. This guy's done it in 4 or whatever it is.
Yeah, 2 goals off of Van Nistelrooy.
It's scary, bro. I've never seen him like this. And I've seen Haaland on top form. And people think like, I see him when he was at Salzburg, he looked quality. Dortmund, he looked scary. Come to Man City, he won the treble. I think he's better than any of those years right now. I ain't seen Haaland like this. Like, and he's basically scoring 2 goals a game, isn't he? Like, it's just ridiculous how good he is, man. Like,
it is wild. And like yesterday, like it's his all-round play, right? So basically, there was this one in the second half, yeah. Kovacic played this ball, like little diagonal ball from the left over to the right. Yeah, the ball's in the air. He's got a defender in front of him. As the ball comes down, he takes the ball down out of the air with his left foot perfectly onto his right foot and just goes bang with his right foot. At a goalkeeper, he needed to try and get it a little bit more left, but like the fluidity of the movement, I was just like, bro, this is mad. Everything about him, man, he's just like, just gone up a level, and his technical ability and that's just fucking jokes, man. But like I say, I feel like people are still sleeping on City, man. Like, and you know what? I'm kind of down for it, to be honest with you. Like, you know, I mean, going under the radar or whatever. But yeah, people still talking about City's defense being trash. It's not trash. It's just not trash. We've kicked 3 clean sheets in a row. And, you know, like last night, Villarreal, they had 1 chance in like the 90th minute of the game off a corner when they hit the post. But like open play, I don't know, chat, if anyone can remember any chances, any like serious chances that Villarreal had last night. I don't remember.
They're a good side, by the way. Villarreal 3rd in the Liga, by the way.
Yeah, they are 3rd, yeah. But like, bro, it's I don't know why. Like, I always say that, but people are on like some delay. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know how many like games these people watch a City, so they just go with the last known opinion, and their last known opinion is that our defense was trash, which it was last year, yeah. But since Donnarumma's come in, it's been pretty good.
Yeah,
like I say, I'm not saying it's anywhere near Arsenal's, because it's obviously not, but it's
yeah, but you're
it's
putting
decent.
it together, aren't you? You've put yours together.
We're putting it together.
You're putting it together. The only weakness I think with City is your wingers, man. I've got to be honest. Like, I look at Savio and Doku, and I know Marmoush is back now, and I actually like him, funny enough. I think he's probably one of the better ones. I look at like Doku and Savio. I don't know if your chat will agree, because I know most of them are City in here, but I just looked at their stats, right? In 3 years, Doku's got 9 goals in all competitions. And Savio, right? Savio's got 3 in all competitions in the last 2. That's shocking, bruv. Sorry, for City. Like, they need to be like trebling that, not just doubling what they've got. Like, to have half the, because Martinelli gets a hell of a lot of stick, right? So does Trossard. They've cleared them in terms of goals, both of them, in the last 3 years. So, you know, like, it's fair enough saying, Trossard and Martinelli ain't going to win anything for Arsenal, but they're better than Doku and Savio. Like, I think they're bang average, bro. I've got to be honest. Like, Doku against Arsenal, I thought, oh, okay, that's interesting. He played quite well. Gave Timber a bit of a hard time, to be fair. Not many people do that. and he's disappeared again. Doku, like, well, there's no consistency with him, is there? He's a bit like flat.
Yeah, but at the same time, yeah, you're absolutely spot on there. But like something that like we don't really know why, yeah. But like, so in those 4 to 5 games where Doku was mint, he was played a little bit more in field. He wasn't on the wing. He was like tucked in a little bit.
Yeah,
as like an inside forward. Yeah, and he's causing havoc. And then the last 3 games, he's been put back on the actual wing as like an actual winger. But then when he's on a wing as a winger, he's doubled up on, tripled up on. And yeah, he didn't have a good game last night, yeah. But at the same time, there was points yesterday he was getting the ball and he had a winger in front of him. And then behind the winger, he had a fucking fullback behind him. It's like, what's he meant to do there? So I don't
does he get in your first team as in the 10 then?
No, not in the 10. I'm not saying play him as a 10. I'm saying like play him as a left winger.
But inside, like Eza does, like Eza.
Yeah, but inside, not on the
Yeah.
wing. Whereas yesterday he was like on the wing, and it's like when he's on the wing, I don't think he's. It's not that he's not good enough. It's almost as if that the job's almost impossible because he's he's got so many players. But when he's tucked in, obviously he's got more options. So I obviously that must be a tactical setup from Pep, but and maybe it benefits the side, but it doesn't benefit Doku. And as for Savio. Yeah, so I thought Savio played well yesterday. Like, actually, I had a really. Not everybody agrees, but he got man of the match, so I don't know how you can disagree. But
I didn't see the game, but yeah,
yeah, he did play well. Like his cross for Bernardo's goal was really really good.
He got an assist the other day as well, didn't he? In the Premier League game.
Yeah, he put some regular numbers. Savio's a good player. Yeah, his problem is that he can't shoot for shit. Like when he goes in front of goal, he just melts. You know what I mean? So if he can learn to shoot, he'll be a decent player. But we do have Marmoush who can play on the left, and we've got Cherky who can play on the right.
I was just going to say, bro, I would play Marmoush, Cherky, and that bloody hell, what's his name? Bob, is it? Oscar Bob? I'd play all 3 of them ahead of Savio and Doku. I think all 3 of them are better than what I've seen, and I don't watch City like you. But I see Oscar Bob, and I think he's a baller. I know he got injured last year, but I think he's going to be a quality player. Cherky is quality, mate. I don't care what anyone says. And then obviously Marmoush. I've been well impressed with Marmoush, mate, since he's come in January for you. I think he's been quality. So I got to be honest, I don't think that Doku and Savio get in the Man City side when everyone's fit. That's just me, though. That's just me.
Yeah, I would like to see us go Marmoush and Cherky for a game and see how that works out.
Yeah.
The fact is, we just need more quality wingers, man. Like, we got to move on a winger next summer. But who'd you go for? Like, I kind of like the look of this Yildiz.
Oh, mate, he's quality, man. He's quality.
No, chat was saying tonight, which watch along am I doing tonight? Yeah, I don't know what to watch, but I might watch Real Madrid versus Juventus because I want to watch this Yildiz guy again.
No, he's unreal, mate.
Yeah, I know. I watched. I've seen it. I've only seen him like a couple of times, but like, I do like him, and he gets.
We've been linked with him and Semenyo. Been linked with him and Semenyo. Arsenal have, and
you should go for Yildiz, man. You should actually.
He looks like an absolute baller. Like you say, if you've got Yildiz and Olise, there you go. You've got 2 proper wingers there that are going to get goals. Do you know what I mean? They're the 2.
You could have got Kvaratskhelia and Olise for 110 million.
I don't, mate. Don't. I wanted Kvara so much, man. I was screaming.
But yeah, man. It's listen. City is we're just doing our thing, man. We're getting better. And like I say, the first half yesterday, I thought we were really good. I know not everybody in the chat agrees with me, yeah, but I thought we were really good. There was like a 10-minute spell after we scored the goal where we took the foot off the gas, which was a bit annoying. But like, for the majority of that first half, I thought we were really, really good. The only thing that's like annoying me now, yeah, like other than the wingers, is we seem to be a bit of a 45-minute team, Potsy here. Like, so yesterday we played really well in the first half, and then second half we just dropped off massively. Now, some people are saying it was game management, which it might have been, yeah? Might have been just game management. I don't think it was. I just think we just took a foot off the gas without, when we shouldn't have done. Monaco, first half, good. Second half, dead. What was it? Everton, first half, bad. Second half, really good. And we seem to be a bit of a 45-minute team at the moment, which, is a little bit frustrating. But, we're 9 games unbeaten. Things are going well. And, we just I feel like we're making little progress. Every game, I'm seeing progress. Nico Gonzalez getting better, yeah? This guy getting better. Like, the team defending better. So, I feel like we're in a good place, mate. But we've now got some tough games. We've got Villa coming up. Yeah, we've got Bournemouth, who are 3rd in the league. Then we've got Liverpool. Then we got Newcastle after the break. So it's kind of like, this is the interesting thing now for City. These performances, which have been decent for 45 minutes, not decent for the other, are these performances going to be good enough to get us the win? Also, we need to hope that Nico Gonzalez is fit because he got injured yesterday. And obviously, Rodri's still out. So,
Who's going to play there then?
Play the kit, man. Honestly, it might be the best option. Honestly, it's
Kovacic
not.
and Bernardo again, is it? Or whatever.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't
Is Kovacic still there? He is there, isn't he?
Yeah, Kovacic. I like Kovacic, man, but like he should be very much
Squad
like
player.
a rotational squad
Yeah.
player, yeah. But Pep said after the game he thinks he's going to be all right. So fingers crossed, Nico Gonzalez is going to be okay, man. But yeah, next time you watch City, bro, keep your eye on that Nico Gonzalez, man.
Yeah, I'm going to, man.
He's massively improved. The thing is with him, yeah, when we bought him, he actually was at 8. He wasn't at 6. And he said in his interview when we bought him, and he sat there doing his interview, he said, "Oh yeah, I'm not a 6." The guy basically said to him, like, because we all bought him, yeah, as like a 6 and that, as a 6 backup. And the guy in the interview, in the City interview that the club did, was like, "Oh yeah, how do you feel like rotating with Rodri or whatever?" He said, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I ain't actually I'm not actually a 6. I'm an 8." And I was like, "Oh shit!" And you could see that last year. I mean, his performances last year were good compared to what we were having at the time with like Gundogan, Bernardo, and Kovacic.
Yeah,
but you could still see he was quite a way off Rodri. Yeah. But this season, he's looking pretty solid. So yeah, next time you watch City, bro, Nico G plays, keep your eye on and see what you think.
Yeah, I will, man. What's going on with
Rodri?
Rodri though? What's going on with Rodri quickly?
Well, he's meant to be back like this weekend, I think. Maybe on a bench. So. Yeah, he had a strain.
He's going to be like this most of the season, and he's going to have niggles.
Well, the thing is, though, Potsy, I think Pep overplayed him. So again, even though he just come back from an ACL,
really?
bro, we had a week where we played United, Napoli, Arsenal. He played Rodri every single game.
Thing is, he's that important, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? You've got to, for me, you've got to, like...
Shouldn't have played him all 3, though, I agree.
He should have played him against Napoli for me. I would have Napoli. The thing is, in Napoli, yeah, they got 10 men after 20 minutes. He could have subbed him off and said, right, surely we can beat Napoli with
yeah, that's
Rodri.
true. That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? Yo, big up with Sam, man, says, Arteta is a coach, not a manager. There's a reason why the players stay and others join. It's him. How else do you explain coming second and going again? I'll put that out to Potsy. What you reckon, bro?
I actually do agree with this. I think Arteta as a coach is very good. I think he's proven that he can be an elite coach. But can he get to the next level? I hope so. I really do. As a manager, I agree. I think there's a lot more responsibility. And people kind of find it weird now because football's changed. Years ago, you used to be a manager. Then you're a coach and then you've got to be a manager. Well, a lot of people think, what's the difference? I think what Arteta has done actually off the pitch should be applauded. I think I've given him a lot of praise off the pitch, what he's done. In terms of removing the culture, the team that he's built. A lot of the stuff that he's done has been quirky and a bit cringy at times, to be fair. However, I think that he's definitely made the place what we all wanted it to be. It's just about winning now. Can he get us across the line? And when you look at, explaining coming second and going again, second, a lot of the times that we'd come second, nobody had us coming second. So people will look at that and go, oh, that's a massive achievement. For example, when we come second, when nobody even had us in the top 4 the first year, we went 8 points clear. The season after that, people were like, not sure. I think they're going to come 4th again. I remember doing the predictions with the guys. They're like, oh, they'll be back to 4th now. They've got excitable and, and we come second. And then obviously last season, a lot of people tipped us to win the league and we come second. So we need to get across the line now, bro. That's all he's got to do is go to the next level. And if he can't do that, we might have to go and try and get an elite manager in, somebody like a Hansi Flick or a Luis Enrique type, because they're the guys that have proven they can do it. And until Arteta proves he can be up there with them, I'm always going to have my doubts, bro. But I just think that's fair, LB. I don't think that's harsh. I know a lot of people think I'm harsh on Arteta, but if he's winning stuff and I'm talking like this, I can understand. I think like, what's wrong with this guy, man?
Yeah.
Winning everything and he's having a go at
it. Like this is, I was, that guy, Positive Dan?
Who?
I do the Terry show with him on a Tuesday. It's called Dan, but he's...
Dan Daguna.
It's called Positive Dan, bald guy.
Yeah. I think he's Dan Daguna on Instagram. He's followed me. Yeah. I know who you mean.
Yeah. So basically,
I got FTV now. I think he was on FTV last night. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but basically, I was having a debate with him on Tuesday. Yeah, because he was hyping up Arteta and that. And I was like, yeah. I get it. I get you hyping him up like he's doing well and that. But like the criticism is valid because he's not won anything. And he said, yeah, but what about if you win something this year? I said, well, then we'll have the new conversation. Yeah. When he wins something. And the conversation will then change to whatever the conversation becomes when you win something. But at the moment in time, yeah, you've not won anything with this manager. Obviously, you won the FA Cup the first year. But since he's got he's spent the money. You ain't won anything. That's why the criticism remains. And it's like, because Arsenal's so good, I feel like a lot of people expect that you shouldn't be criticising the manager. But we're men. We beat Real Madrid last year and we finished second 3 times in a row and we just slapped up Atletico Madrid. So why are you criticising the manager? It's like, because you've still not won anything. Yeah, but what about if we win something this year? Then we'll stop criticising the manager because you've won a Champions League or you've won a Premier League. That's how it works, yeah? So I feel like they just need to fucking win something, man. Honestly, it's getting boring. This Arteta thing anyway, it's getting boring, man. I can't lie. Hey, are you the best team in the world, bro, right now? Are you the best team in the world?
I don't know, man. I look at
your
PSG.
Mate thinks so. I seen it on Instagram this morning. You know the guy with the long hair who comes on your roundabout show. He goes on
Christian.
Yeah, I see. I was on Instagram flicking, and he comes up and I was like, oh, see what this guy's saying. And it's like, I think we're the best team in the world right now.
Oh, we better go and win the Champions League and the Premier League then. But
when's he doing your roundabout show tonight?
Yeah, I don't think he can come on tonight. Though I have to see if he's about.
You have to. You say you're going to win the quad then.
Yeah.
Winning the quad.
I think I actually think Barcelona will win the Champions League. I actually do. I think Barcelona. Yeah, I do. I think Barcelona. They just. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about them. I see them last night as well, and I know it was only. I think it was Olympiacos when they went down to 10 men. They absolutely battered them, bro. I just think with Yamal and with Pedri, and I think Rashford's cooking over there, as well. Rafinha, they've got some good players, man. So I think Barcelona are my kind of tip. But PSG, you can never rule them out. Real Madrid, you can never rule them out. But
the only thing I'd say about making calls this early is that no one would have had PSG last season at this point.
Facts.
And then they went, obviously, because you don't know who's going to, what about if City go in the January transfer market and splash 200 million and get that new winger get a right back and that.
We beat PSG comfortably in October last year, comfortably 2-0 at home, easy work, light work. They weren't very good. They went into January, they bought Kvaratskhelia. They finished, I think they were in the playoffs with you guys in the Champions League group stage.
Yeah, I think they were, yeah.
I think they finished 15th or 16th or something. And then they went into the market and then they looked different under Enrique and he got them playing. And then all of a sudden they're winning everything and they've done a treble. So you're right. You shouldn't call it this early. You're right.
Yeah, 100%. We went 2-0 up against them last year in the group set. We got beat 4-2. But fucking hell, we were dog shit and we went 2-0 up. So yeah, man. Big up MCFC says, yes, Bray. Stats wise, we have one of the best defenses in Europe at the moment. Not a good look for City's food Twitter crowd. Crowd. I don't know what that means. Food Twitter. Let me know what that means, MCFC. I'm confident we will win one of the big two this season, says MCFC. Now, our defense is a lot better, man. Like I say, it's a bit frustrating that people keep on saying our defense is dog shit, man, because it's not. You know what I mean? It's a lot better than it was last year. It's like I say, 3 clean sheets in a row. We're doing well, and the guy in your profile picture is a big part of that. Donnarumma, man. Like the guy's fucking mega. So
what are you winning this year then?
I think we can. I think we can win a major, man. I think, bro. I think.
Out of two, though, what are you saying? The league?
It's interesting, man, because some people are telling me that they reckon we're more suited to the Champions League, but I don't know. I think with Haaland's relentlessness, the Premier League's you got to be relentless in it. Week. Like you've got to, every single week. It's a marathon, and when you have a goal scorer, you said it yourself in Haaland that every game, goal. That and your defense is now starting to improve. That gives you a real chance of winning the Premier League. Yeah. Now, obviously, if Haaland falls off or gets injured, that shit changes. But I think Haaland, Haaland can propel us to the Premier League. I absolutely 100% think he can. I think, yes, obviously our wingers, speak about wingers, but if Cherky gets in and Cherky starts playing right wing, which I think he will, I think we've got a chance, man. Honestly, I really do of winning the Prem. Champions League. The thing is with the Champions League, it is about game management and up here, yeah. And I knew City were winning the Champions League in the treble year when Bernardo Silva spoke after the Bayern Munich first leg, and he said, "We've realised we don't have to have the ball." And I was like, "Yep, we're winning it this year." Yeah, I felt it. I felt it inside that we was going to fucking win it. I ain't seen anything in the team yet to tell me they're going to win a Champions League. I think we can do well. I think we'll get top 8, and I think we'll qualify. And I'd like to see. And on our day, we can beat anyone. But I just feel that we're the way we're playing and the goals that are coming from Haaland, I think we're more suited for the Premier League. I actually disagree with a lot of City fans that say we're more suited to the Champions League. I don't think we are. I think the way Haaland's scoring goals every game, I think we're more suited to the Prem because that's relentless and we'll just keep winning games, you know. But,
I think Haaland gives you a chance in any single game. Do you think we're both finishing above Liverpool now? Or do you think it's too early?
I think yeah. I think Slot's gonna fuck it up, man. I don't think he's making the right decisions whatsoever. I think it's. And again, yeah, it is early. This is all early talk, yeah. But obviously, we can only judge. We have to give our opinion in it. Our opinions can change. But at this moment in time, I think Slot is just making the wrong mistakes, and I think that he's not learning. You know, the game, the team that he put out against United was just like the completely wrong team.
I still think by Christmas there'll be Arsenal, City, and Liverpool in the top three, though. I still think
I still think it's them three that are like the best three that have got a chance. Yeah, I don't think Tottenham, Chelsea, have enough. Yeah, I don't think they've got enough. But you never fucking know, man. You never know. And again, like, you know, this is early talk. Yeah, I get it, chat. We ain't not nailing my opinion to the mast. Yeah, I'm just giving you my opinion right now. Like I've already said, shit can change in January, man. Do you know what I'm saying? What about City going to get Kvaratskhelia in January? What about if Arsenal go and sign, you know, fucking Yildiz in January? You think, fuck me, I'm going to walk it now with that team. Like, you don't know, man. So,
yeah, things can change. And Berta don't muck around. We ain't got Edu anymore. We got Berta who's cooking, bro.
Oh, that Edu, man. Is he the guy at Forest?
Yeah, man.
Imagine how many trophies you would have had if you didn't have him for the last 4 years. Signing players like fucking Fabio Vieira and that. You know what I'm saying? I get some top ballers, bro.
I mean, I did a show with Wolfie, man, and Wolfie was like, "What do you think of this Edu thing?" And I was like, "I think he's going to be crap, Wolfie." And he's just like, he weren't happy, man. And so far, he ain't been great, has he? Mind you, that's that Marinakis, really. I mean, Edu's going to get the blame, but Marinakis, let's be real, Jesus. So that thing Billy put in the chat about both his teams got hammered last night. For obviously Forest at the weekend, and then his team got smashed 6-1.
6-1, yeah. Yeah. But John, this is the thing with you, bro. Yeah, like I criticize Chelsea all the fucking time, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
We both have. Yeah,
bro, Chelsea fans hate me, and they hate Botsy as well because we always slag them off, lad. So yes, Chelsea should be winning shit, but they won't. That's why we cook them. That's why Chelsea fans hate us.
John, an Arsenal fan, isn't he? Is that Declan?
I assume he is because he's moaning about my takes on Arsenal. But to say that I don't criticize Chelsea is wild. You know what I mean? Chelsea fans hate me. It's crazy, man.
You've been criticising Arsenal? I haven't heard you criticise Arsenal too much.
I've not criticised Arsenal. I've not criticised Arsenal at all. I give my opinions on Arsenal in that, like, if I just look at your front line and I think, I still think it's reliant on Saka, yeah? But then prove me wrong. And yesterday, you proved me wrong. Like, you know, Martinelli got the goal. Gyökeres got a couple of goals. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, again, like, Arsenal are a fucking good team. I've said this, you know, Arsenal are a good team. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, when I give criticism on Arsenal, we're nitpicking. I ain't saying you're dog shit. When I say you fight, when I say your front line lacks firepower, I ain't saying it's fucking shit. I'm just saying that, like, Gyökeres only scored in 2 games out of 11 before yesterday, and you bought him as a goal scorer. Martinelli and Trossard left wing in 2025. He's not ideal. I'm not saying Martinelli's a bad player. I'm not saying Trossard's a bad player. They're good players. Are they quite good enough? I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah. But again, like, I'm trying to give an opinion on, like, if Arsenal don't win the league, what will it be because of? And I think it might be because of you're not scoring enough goals in the team. Look at the Fulham game at the weekend. I mean, you didn't really create anything in that game. You know what I mean? You scored the goal off the corner. I'm thinking that could have easily been 0-0. And I look at last year, you drew 14 matches.
Yeah.
40. And that's where I'm like, maybe.
With City, without Haaland, they're the same, aren't they? They don't score. So, like, that's the difference. Your wingers, I don't think they're better than ours. But I think you've got Haaland, don't you? That's what I'm saying.
100%. But like, I'll give my opinion on City if you want to hear my opinion on City. And we've said, like, if Haaland stops scoring, we're in trouble. Yeah, we're in trouble. Like, I accept that 100%. Obviously, it's difficult, man, because, like, you know, we try to give our opinion based on what we think might happen, but I ain't fucking professional, innit? I just give my opinion. Changes on the reg. So anyway, let's see what you guys are saying before we wrap it up, man. Big up Gunner's Delight says the facts are there are minimal negatives to things to say about Arsenal right now, so the people hang on to inconsequential things that are rocking every single club, says Gunner's Delight. Yeah, it's because Arsenal are a good team, bro, isn't it? Facts. I haven't watched Arsenal much lately. What do you think about Eze? What's Eze saying? Is he cooking or what?
No, he's not cooking. He's had a bit of a quiet couple of games, I would say. But he'll turn it on, man, because he's too good not to. And he's done this at Palace. People thought that at Palace he was like scoring 50 goals. Like he wasn't. He had bad games at Palace. You know, D told me. He said he will have bad games. And he has had quiet games. He's also had good games. In the first half, I thought Eze was pretty good, if I'm honest, last night. And I think he dropped off a little bit. Against Fulham, I thought he was actually one of the worst players, if I'm honest. But there's been games where he's been good. He was good against Forest. He's been a brilliant delivery against Man City. It was a superb ball to Martinelli. So he's done good bits. But he's not cooking. It's not like, wow, he's one of our best players. No, but I didn't expect him to be. He's just settling in, isn't he? So I'm giving him more than 10 games, man. He's a good player.
Yeah, you know, the thing is with Eze, is that, like, when you're signing a player from a club like that, with no disrespect to Palace, but, like, it's a completely different mindset, bro. Of, like, you're coming to Arsenal and it's like, you lose, right, okay, so, like, you lose a game at Palace, or, like, a mid-table team or a team that's, like, you know, wherever, 12th. Yeah, people say Palace always finish 12th, right? Like, it doesn't really matter, like, with all due respect, But, like, you lose a game at Arsenal in the Premier League, that's catastrophic. That could be the difference between you losing the league and winning the league. I mean, like, you know, if City win the league by a point or 2 points, or Liverpool win the league by 2 points, if you don't perform in a game and you lose the game, that can be the season over. So every game is like a cup final for, like, you know, teams that are going for the title. All right, and boys, right, we'll wrap it up, because I got to go on Never a Foul, man. But yeah, big up Potsy, man. Make sure you guys are subbed up to Football 12 Man podcast. I'm on there every Monday night, 8 p.m. with the boys for the Race for Europe show, man. Good show in it. So make sure you guys are getting on that, man. But yeah, you going live now, or what are you doing, bro?
No, man. I'm tonight, 10 p.m. after the Champions League games with an Arsenal panel. Igal's on, so that's always fun. And he'll probably say we're going to win the quadruple now. So yeah, come and join in at 10 p.m. if you fancy having a bit of a Arsenal banter. There's quite a lot of debate going on there. We've got a couple of good people coming on. You'll know them all. So come and show some love. But cheers for having me, LB.
Nah, big up, man. Right, guys, smash these likes before you go, and hit the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and I'll see you later. I'm going to do a watch along on the second channel tonight as well. So make sure you're subscribed. More LB, links in description. I'll probably be watching the Real Madrid Juventus game because I want to check out this Yildiz fella. But I might put Bayern on the second screen. I don't know, man. But yeah, big up to you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.